Hey guys, so we've had a lot of people ask us, you've been in the Airstream about a year. What's it like? I mean, do you regret the decision? Do you love it? Does it feel like home? And yeah, that's what today's about. It's about some pros and cons. It's about whether or not it feels like home. And I think we can say it feels like home.
So here's the tree we bought. It's a cute little tabletop tree, right? And then here's the actual tree.
It's struggling this year.
But it's gonna be beautiful once we decorate it, isn't it, Hisley?
Yep.
She said, I'm Marissa.
What? Oh, yeah, you guys do match. That tree's gonna be lit up.
Yeah, it's got way too many lights.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
Ice, ice.
Ice, ice, baby, that is not.
Is that your favorite Christmas
Could be a
song?
Christmas song, I guess. There you go. Good
Good
job,
job.
Jingle
Hensley.
bells, jingle all the way. I love fun to ride a one-horse open sleigh. Hey!
Three, two, one.
Whoa, look.
Merry Christmas!
Yeah!
Good job. High five. You're a good tree decorator.
So pros and cons of living in an Airstream for a year compared to our motorhome, which we also lived in for a year.
They both offer something unique and special. So I can't say that maybe one's been my favorite, but there are definitely pros and cons.
So one of the big pros for me and one of my favorite things about the Airstream over the motorhome is just the design and mechanics of this. And Airstream's been around for over 80 years, so they've had a lot of time to think about the design and work out kinks, and just overall you can see it in the design and the quality of the build. And so you got little things like this that have been around for years where you can just pop this up into a table if you want to. And so the curved design in an Airstream makes it a little bit more streamlined, a little bit easier to tow. They've also designed these to be low to the ground. When you're parked, shake and stability seems to be a little bit better because of where it's at. This is part of what I love about Airstream, is just the manual, raw, bare mechanical nature of a lot of the stuff they've got. I like to manually raise and lower the jacks on the Airstream. I'm gonna say it'd be next to impossible for our stabilizer jacks to break. We've got no slots to break. The awning is also 100% manual, which does make it take a little bit longer to take it out and put it in, but overall I like the design of that. On the motorhome, our steps were motorized and automatic. Actually had those brake once. On the Airstream, totally manual. Nothing automatic, but I don't see much there that's gonna break. The way the windows unlock, pop out. The awning package that goes out and comes out over every window if you need that extra shape. It's got an aluminum structure, an aluminum body, and then of course aluminum exterior. It's put together entirely with rivets, so it's made to hold together. And the good thing about the aluminum structure is you actually get a little bit more bend and flexibility than with other trailers, which might not sound like a good thing. If you've got a super rigid structure when you're going on the road and you hit a huge bump, or you're going through just a really rough road, it's just a lot harder on the trailer. The way the sewer hose is hidden and tucked into this canister underneath the RV. The way they tuck storage into this thing all over the place. I didn't even know there was storage under here. There's also like a hidden compartment back in here. You've got storage under the armrest, storage behind the couch, and you've still got storage back in behind here if you want it.
One of my favorite things about the Airstream is that we're able to make it our own. We're able to decorate it the way we want it, and we went on a little bit older of a model than our motorhome. We have an 08 Airstream, so and because they hold their value so well, we felt comfortable kind of making some updated changes. So we took out the dinette that came further out because to us, we didn't feel like we would use the dinette very much. So we're in the process of redecorating right now, so it doesn't match. But we've created these benches, and they're really great for storage. And they can be used to sit on, they can be used to pull up to the table. We reused part of the dinette table, so we kind of customized this so it can flip down, and then the couch can still jackknife into a bed for when we have family and friends over. We've changed out the floor, and we're kind of just making it a little different, and so we've got something in the mail that I'm excited about.
How's it feel?
Yeah.
Pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Our original plan was to have these kind of turn over here, but we realized we weren't moving them because they are used for storage, and so they're a little bit more heavy. So we got something that could be used as a bench, as like a little coffee table, or for our feet. So we were trying to think of something that would be multi-purpose, that would be easier to maneuver.
But yeah, with the Airstream, we get to customize it, and that's definitely a pro.
It has been a con for us compared to the motorhome that we can't access the entire RV while we're going down the road. That was awesome. If I needed coffee, if Marissa needed to go to the bathroom, if she wanted to start making dinner early, I mean, we could do so many things in that motorhome while we were going down the road. We use this van to tow our Airstream, so we can do some things going down the road. You know, we've got this camping toilet, which at least lets us use the bathroom. If Marissa needs to, she can get out and have access to the toilet or access to Hensley, so those things are nice, but it still does not compare if you've got, whether it's a Class C or Class A like we had, just your whole house is accessible while you're going down the road pretty much.
Another pro of the Airstream over the motorhome would have to be the flexibility. We're able to get into more spots because we're a shorter length, and that's been just a game changer for us. We made the choice of going from our 40-foot motorhome to the 30-foot Airstream for that reason, so we would have that flexibility. Also, we get flexibility on travel days, which the motorhome was really nice for travel because of those conveniences. But one of the pros of the Airstream is it's just so much easier to maneuver and get in and out of gas stations, or even with restaurants. You know, sometimes we'll be like, oh, you know, we love having a restaurant that gives our toddler a break to place. We're like, oh, there's a Chick-fil-A, let's pull in. And, you know, with a motorhome, that was really tricky to do. We're so much more laid back. It's not as stressful driving on travel days. It's just the smaller you can go and live comfortably, the better. We've really loved this transition.
And another pro of our Airstream over our motorhome we had, and this isn't a knock on Newmar motorhomes at all. They're well built. Newmar's a great company, but the Airstreams are just going to last longer. I mean, you'll see these things out on the road from the 50s and the 60s, and you know, a motorhome, it's just, unless you really, really baby that thing, it's going to be tough to get that kind of time out of a motorhome. They're just not meant to last that long. And so even though they cost a lot compared to like travel trailers in general, or even an RV in general, they do last longer. And because they're built well, and because they're going to last a long time, they're not cheap. But we sort of swayed some of that cost by buying used. So you can get high quality used on an Airstream, and it's not going to depreciate in value all that much, especially what you might see from like a brand new RV in the beginning. Because even Airstreams, a brand new Airstream is going to take a pretty good hit the first few years.
One of the cons from going to that smaller space, from a 40-foot motorhome to a 30-foot Airstream, is it is smaller. So when you downsize, obviously you're getting less space. So it tends to be a little bit more crowded. We tend to bump our heads and our elbows constantly. So me more than Nathan. I don't know why is that.
I don't know. I'm taller than you, so
I don't know why.
I call her Tasmanian Devil. When she gets up, everybody knows it.
So we had toured tons of Airstreams before we bought ours, but there's just things you don't realize until you start living in them. We never realized we were ducking our head to get in and out every time. So we
This is, what are you, 6'3"? No, just kidding. She's 5'9", and this is, so if you're what, 5'6" or taller, you're going to be ducking this thing.
Yeah, so we didn't even realize it till we started living here that we have to duck every time.
Coming in's not bad.
Yeah,
coming in you're kind of leaning
okay,
in with it.
but
Yeah.
when you're leaving, you have to duck it.
And that's why they've got, this is super padded.
Yeah.
They're thinking, they know.
We've got just a little less counter space, a little bit narrow. Why are you pushing me?
No, that's what we're doing.
A little more tight of a walkway. A little less storage. The ceiling is 6 inches shorter. The water heater for the shower is 6 gallons instead of 10.
Which, in case you're wondering, it seems to be about a minute per gallon. So we were getting 10-minute showers with the motorhome, and now we're getting 6.
Hi, baby.
Hey, girl.
I found you.
You did. You don't have to duck your head, do you? You're not going to get that dirty, are you? No. because it's clean and white.
I'm filming.
Hensley's filming.
Hensley. Hey, Hensley.
Hey.
Can you film me? You want to film Hensley and Mommy?
Hi.
When it's raining, it's tough in the Airstream too because it's a small space, isn't it, Hensley?
We don't get to go outside.
No. It's okay today, though. So she's doing good. Good to go.
And our last pro would be that we just think Airstreams are super cool.
Airstreams are super cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I just picture families for years camping in Airstreams, and it's iconic camping. Like, there's something neat about it.
I mean, when we first thought about living in an RV, that's what we're looking at. We're like, we're gonna get an Airstream, we're gonna fix it up, and then we talked ourselves out of it and got bigger stuff. And then,
Yeah.
even when we had the motorhome, we were like, we'd see an Airstream, we'd be like, Airstream. We just always saw an Airstream, we always wanted an Airstream. There's things about it that isn't totally efficient as well. I mean, that's why there's pros and cons.
I mean, it's not perfect, but
No.
I mean, you just kind of got to find what works for you and what makes you feel comfortable and feel like you're at home. And this has been a good fit for us.
It is. It feels like home. It feels good. It fits where we're at in life right now, and it's been a good year in this. We've made some great memories in this Airstream.
Yeah, I think it's taken us places we probably wouldn't have gotten to go this year.
Not right, not wrong. You just got to figure out if, for example, you're like, man, I don't want to be bumping my head. I don't want to be bumping my elbows. I want my room. We'll get you a giant RV with dual slides in the living room kitchen area, and you don't have to worry about that. So there are options for living in an RV where you don't deal with some of these cons. But they've been worth dealing with for us, and we've had a good year with it. So looking forward to 2018.
I can't believe we've been in this a year.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That'll be like the most we've stayed in one RV if we can stay in this thing in the 2018 here. Well, I hope that's been good for you guys. If you've got questions, comments, or if you've been in Airstream and you've got some pros and cons you want to add, just add them to the comments, and we will catch you guys later.